Hello everyone. Let's explore the personnel section of the PMP Exam 7th edition syllabus. Regarding the entire 7th edition exam, the personnel section currently comprises 42% with a total of 76 questions. The process section makes up 50% with 90 questions. And finally, the business environment section takes up 8% with 14 questions. Let's examine the personnel section in more detail. This section contains 14 key tasks. Overall, it focuses on interpersonal and team building skills, which are soft skills like communication abilities, listening abilities, conflict resolution, emotional intelligence, influence, leadership, negotiation skills, along with observation, communication, and political awareness. These aspects of team building and more. We'll focus on key aspects like the project manager and team dynamics, as well as stakeholder relations and communication strategies. Let's begin with our first task, conflict management. As the saying goes, where there are people, there's bound to be conflict. Indeed, conflicts are an unavoidable part of human interaction. It's crucial to understand the root causes and various sources of conflict. We must also assess the current severity of the conflict. Next, we analyze the underlying causes and brainstorm potential solutions. We evaluate options, make recommendations, and coordinate implementation. We've already covered this process in our conflict management section. That's the essence of conflict management, a crucial skill to master. The second task for personnel is leading a team, which fundamentally requires leadership. As discussed earlier, let's go, brothers. Come on, guys, stick with me. These are examples of leadership, where you guide others to accomplish their work. To effectively lead others, you must first establish a clear vision and mission. This will motivate your team, and secondly, foster diverse collaboration. Embrace diversity and inclusion. This acknowledges that everyone is unique, with varied habits and approaches. Tension needs to guide characters like Xu Beiji, Sun Wukong, and Shao Monk, who are entirely distinct from each other. So you'll need to lead a diverse group of people, with different behaviors, thoughts, habits, and skills. Focus on servant leadership. We'll dive deeper into this when we discuss agile project management later on. It's also called servant or service-oriented leadership, which means you're not the boss barking orders from on high. Instead, you're there to support and assist your team, helping them work efficiently and make progress. This approach puts more emphasis on service. It's a key principle in Agile. Lastly, choose the right leadership style, because it varies in different situations. When managing diverse groups, you must adapt your leadership style. Leading blue-collar workers differs from managing white-collar staff. Guiding creatives requires a different approach than leading programmers. Each group demands a unique management style. Your role is to inspire engagement and problem-solving across the team. This requires strong leadership skills to guide your team effectively. Throughout this journey, you must grasp key motivational theories and frameworks. We've covered various motivation models previously, and it's crucial to recognize that when these models differ, their application strategies vary significantly. Can you inspire everyone to take action? And when we collaborate, you should be adept at using a team charter or social contract. The team charter or social contract is a term we often use. Without rules, there's no order. This is our team's code of conduct. We should outline the rules, be it for collaboration, communication, conflict resolution rules, reporting rules, institutional policies, reward rules, disciplinary rules. By setting these guidelines ahead and implementing them effectively, we inspire and influence the team. Next is to analyze the impact of team members and stakeholders. We need to understand everyone's situation, like their rights and interests, their influence and such, what kind of things they care about. The more you understand them, the better you can influence and guide them. You can tailor your approach to each individual. Use different strategies to lead team members and manage projects. In essence, our leadership style should adapt to different individuals. Your management style and leadership strategies should vary, not only for different people, but also for the same person at different stages. When they're novice, or when they're still learning, when they've become more experienced, or when they can work independently. We adapt our leadership style to guide them effectively. This is all about team leadership. It's really about your leadership skills. The third task is supporting team performance, which means finding effective ways to foster team growth, and tracking their progress. You need metrics to assess their actual growth. First, evaluate performance using KPIs. Assess each member's behavior and competencies. See if they meet your expectations across the board. Next, support and acknowledge team members' growth. If a team member lacks certain skills, they need to develop those skills to excel. We should help identify and support their growth areas, encourage their personal development. When they improve, recognize their progress. Also, acknowledge their team contributions, and offer continued support. Choose effective feedback strategies, as team members need consistent positive reinforcement while working. Just as we crave positive feedback, our team members are no different. When someone's performance isn't up to par, it's my job to let them know how they can step up their game. On the flip side, when they nail it, we praise their efforts and encourage them to aim higher. This approach calls for a solid feedback system. It's all about keeping the communication lines open. In essence, we're not just giving feedback, we're providing guidance. We're offering a roadmap for success. But wait, there's another crucial point to consider. It's about assessing performance and addressing areas that need improvement. We need to find effective strategies to boost their performance. The goal is to enhance their motivation and skills, enabling them to push forward with greater momentum. As a project manager, these are your responsibilities. Focus on supporting and enhancing team performance. The fourth task involves empowering your team and stakeholders. It's crucial to understand when you should feel comfortable delegating authority, typically when they've proven their competence. So, let's establish this fundamental principle. Once we've found ways to help them grow, and they've shown competence in their role, that's when we start empowering them with more responsibilities. Wouldn't you agree? Now, let's talk about leveraging team strengths in organizational management. What exactly does this mean? Well, it's all about recognizing that when a team excels in a particular area, we should capitalize on that strength. We empower them to take charge in that specific area. On the flip side, if a team shows weakness in an area, they'll need closer guidance and supervision. Don't you think? Alright, moving on to the second point. Supporting team objectives. What does supporting team objectives mean? It's about self-organization and self-management. We'll dive deeper into this in Agile methodology. Team members assign and take on tasks themselves, organizing and managing their own work. Avoid micromanaging. Steer clear of getting too involved in the details. Focus on the big picture instead. I'll simply set the goal for you. What I'm looking for is the end result. As long as you meet the objectives, you're on the right track. I'll check in from time to time during the process, but I won't micromanage every detail. Okay, that covers the support team's responsibilities and how to evaluate their performance. Basically, you need evidence to back up your assessments. If you claim someone's doing a good job, you need proof. The same goes for pointing out underperformance. You always need to back up your claims. Let the data do the talking. Remember we discussed integrity analysis earlier. That assessing someone's performance through their integrity is another valid method. We can also assign varying degrees of decision-making power. If someone's skill level is high, you can give them more authority. Let them make decisions on their own. If their skill level is lower, then you give them less autonomy. And if their skill level is really low, they shouldn't make any decisions on their own. They should follow my lead on everything. In this case, I'll tell them, just do as I say, that's all you need to do. That, I just need to follow my own instructions. So, depending on skill levels and individuals, your empowerment approach will differ. Even for the same person at different stages, your empowerment style will change too. Okay, the fifth task, ensure proper training for team members and stakeholders alike. Stakeholders are also called interested parties. First, you need to know your team members. They might not always meet our job requirements. What if they fall short? We need to boost their skills. But how? The quickest solution is often training. First, we need to identify the specific training needs. What skills and abilities are lacking? Once we've identified these needs, we can then move on to developing a tailored training plan. Many companies, for instance, turn to Shisai for team development training plans. Our own Mr. Luo frequently conducts project management training for companies, as well as product management courses. We also have numerous instructors offering a wide range of skill-based training. Once we've identified your training needs, we'll craft a customized plan, and then source the appropriate resources to implement it. Locating suitable resources. The project manager doesn't have to do this personally. The project manager doesn't have to conduct the training, though they can if they choose. They can seek help from the PO, or HR, or other teams to source resources. Trainers can be internal or external. It doesn't have to be trainers, other staff members can do it too. They can be regular employees, not specialists, who excel in the relevant area. These people can also conduct the training. All these options work, including bringing in external trainers. Remember, formal training alone isn't enough without proper assessment. Many people simply aren't serious. So, we also need to evaluate the training outcomes. We need some evaluations. We need evaluations to monitor everyone's progress and performance. Fifth, ensure that all team members receive sufficient training. Of course, let's not overanalyze the word sufficient. What does sufficient actually mean? It implies that we should find ways to equip them with the job-required skills and abilities. The goal is to support them in reaching that level as much as possible. Then there's also the focus on team building. Indeed, helping them reach these goals is a method of team building. What other aspects are involved in team building? It's all about interpersonal relationships. First, we need to evaluate individual and team skills. Second, minimize resource requirements. In other words, as our skills improve, we'll need fewer people on the job, right? When I'm not that skilled, I need more people to get the job done. So, regarding our team members' skill levels, we need to evaluate them. Once they reach a certain level, we can cut back on resources accordingly. This frees up resources for other projects or tasks. We need to constantly assess and upgrade our team's skill set. When our junior member first joined the team, he started as a junior engineer. Now, however, he's developed into a competent mid-level engineer. He's now able to take on a wide range of responsibilities. He doesn't need someone holding his hand anymore, or being limited to small tasks each day. Now he can knock out some tasks in just a couple of hours. You'll see. So we need to keep assessing and adjust his workload accordingly. Now, what about team maintenance and knowledge sharing? What's that all about? We'll dive deeper into this topic later on. During this process, they're bound to pick up valuable experiences and learn some hard lessons. It's crucial to pass on and share these positive experiences. Similarly, we must document and circulate the lessons learned from mistakes. This approach helps others avoid falling into the same trap and enables them to handle similar situations more effectively. All of this boosts our team's prowess. That's what team building is all about.